Hi, guys. Welcome to the Luci Show. Hope you guys are doing well. Live stream. All right, guys. So, today, as you can see by my topic, I just felt like talking about the tale as old as time, Cinderella. And for those of you that don't already know this, Cinderella used to be like this folklore story. Hi, Bennett Jr. Cinderella is this folklore story that's been told a long, long time ago to children. It was actually told, I think, as a part of the Grimm brother tales to scare children. So I have a lot of thoughts about it, even though I love the Cinderella story. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do another Twitter space. So hold on a minute. Hi, 40K. I told you guys I need to do like 3 Twitter space chats, I think, hosts, until I could apply for like monetization. So I'm gonna do that first. While you guys are coming to my live stream, please show some love and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Much appreciated while I get this Twitter thing started. I'm finally getting more used to it after I updated the app. But name your space. What do you want to talk about? Cinderella. Rags to riches. Literally the most famous rags to riches story of life. All right, let's see how this works. Start your space. I'm probably like the worst to host for all these Twitter spaces because I think you're supposed to talk to other people, and you guys know how much I love just talking by myself. Start your space. Cinderella rags to riches. Thoughts. Okay. Start your space. Want to invite people? Skip. 1 second, guys. I'm almost there. Tweet your space. Let people share with a tweet. All right. Wow, people are already in. Okay. Hi there, Twitter people. If you are not already following me on my second channel, The Luci Show, if you want to go there, you can double stream because I'm doing a live stream on the Luci Show channel right now. It's my second channel. First main channel, you probably know me by Living with Luci. I am currently on my second channel, The Luci Show on YouTube. So please go ahead and check it out. It is on my main channel, description section. You'll find it, or just type in The Luci Show live stream on YouTube. You might be able to find it. But today, I'm just going to be talking about Cinderella, the tale as old as time, one of my favorite stories of all time, thanks to Disney and my parents. And literally everyone when I was young gave me a book either that was about Cinderella or included Cinderella. There was also other princesses, but this is pretty much the story that I grew up listening to, Cinderella story. I love it, don't get me wrong, but I do have a lot of thoughts that I want to share with you guys. It's a rags to riches story, and I think most girls automatically grew up with, people either giving them Cinderella costumes or Cinderella t-shirts, Cinderella books. So I think a lot of females are just, they felt pure pressure to have that dream, right? But except this rags to riches dream, there's a lot of problems with it, I must say, because if you're a girl and you look up to Cinderella like I did once upon a time, you're pretty much looking up to somebody who meets a guy one day, and then they decide that they're in love with each other, and then the next time he meets her again, it's pretty much like, okay, the shoe fits, so we're gonna get married. Something about that doesn't really add up for me, and I think it promotes this idea of, okay, if you're a beautiful girl like Cinderella, then life's going to work out for you even if you're born, really poor, because a prince out there is going to swoop you up and make everything better. So I definitely disagree with that, and I think when I was a kid I felt like something was off with the story. I loved it. I loved the dresses. I loved that, she had all these hardships. Obviously her mother died when she was young and went through all these hurdles. Her stepmother was horrible to her, and I think just so many people can relate to a bad family situation like that. I think that's what makes Cinderella like the most relatable, just that she went through so much and just went through like a really horrible family situation, and then ended up leaving that horrible family and her stepmother and stepsisters, and then finally, I guess, having a new family that she loves, her prince. So all of that is great, but I think that there's just so many pros and cons to this story that I want to talk to you guys about. And just a little background. The Grimm brothers, so back then, Cinderella, the Cinderella story that most of you guys know is probably just off of Disney, right? The happy ending that she ends up with the prince and, the stepsisters, they just go back to wherever they came from and nothing really horrible happens. But in the actual story, so Cinderella story is so old that really there's no true writer to it because Disney pretty much took it from the Grimm brothers, who took a bunch of folklore stories back in the day that parents would actually tell children so that they would behave. I believe, like Cinderella story, Little Mermaid, the Little Red Riding Hood for sure. All these stories were pretty much folklore that parents told their kids to kind of scare them at bedtime and make sure that, they don't stray off somewhere they shouldn't be and don't do bad things or don't eat too much sugar. Just kind of like a freak your children out and live the way that you want them to live kind of thing. So I know that the Grimm brothers story, I know for a fact because I read it, that the actual Cinderella story ends pretty badly. I think I think instead of the shoe not fitting, so the glass slipper, the famous glass slipper for Cinderella, instead of the heel not fitting for her, not fitting for the stepsisters, I mean, because it's her shoe, of course it fits her. But the glass slipper, instead of it not fitting for the evil stepsisters when they pretended like they were Cinderella, the the evil stepsisters in the Grimm brother tales actually like cut I think either the heel, yeah, I think it's the heel of her foot or certain parts of her foot off, just so, and it was all bloody and stuff just so she could try and fit it in, but obviously the kingdom knew that something was off about that. Hi tech service. Hey guys, thanks for coming into my YouTube live stream. I know I'm double streaming right now. I see DH69 on my Twitter live stream or my Twitter space. Thank you all. But yeah, so the real version is definitely a lot more gory. And then I think in the end, during the wedding of Cinderella and the prince, I think in the end the sisters got like really bad karma. I think the pigeons either took out one of their eyeballs or two of their eyeballs. I don't know. It was really bad. And then in terms of Little Mermaid, I don't think that's under Grimm's Tales. That's under Chris. I think it's under, is it Hans Christensen or something? Another writer, but she's supposed to disappear into bubbles. Like she was supposed to die, I think, in the end, in the original story, before Disney took it and just fluffed it all up and made it all PG-13 and family friendly. I like the original tales, but I grew up on the PG family friendly Disney version. Um, but anyways, so I think rags to riches is something that we all dream of. It's almost like the American dream, right? It's like you come in with nothing to America and you work hard and then you hopefully can achieve something or buy a big house, buy a nice car. So I think this is why in all of the stories, and even if Cinderella may seem like just a story for young girls, it's actually embedded in literally every story that's really famous if you look around. I mean, literally Harry Potter, I would argue, is just the base storyline is Cinderella, right? You got your Rex Riches, except obviously now your main character is now a male character, a young boy. But at the end of the day, it's all about having nothing, a horrible family situation, and everybody feels really bad for the main character. And in the end, he wins, right? Well, you have the bad guys, but in every story, you always have the bad guys. So in terms of Cinderella story, you have the evil stepsisters to destroy, and then you've got your stepmom to destroy. And then with Harry Potter, well, his uncle and his aunt were always horrible to him. And then I forgot his name, but it was his chubby cousin that was not good to him. Harry Potter or Harry Plopper. I don't know. I've never seen Harry Plopper. Have you seen Cinderella? Flame Wayman's asking. A great movie. Cinderella Man. No, I don't think I've checked out Cinderella Man, but I definitely should. Uh, hey guys, hey Jubilee Love, hey Jasmine, thank you all for joining. And to smash that like button. I can't say that really for I guess my Twitter host thing. I don't know if you can. There's no like button to smash, but thank you guys for joining me. If you want the longer version of this, because I don't know how long I'm going to stay on Twitter, but if you want to have the full version of this, I don't know how many hours I'll spend on this live stream. Yesterday, I was over at least like 1 to 2 hours. But if you want the full version before I log off of Twitter, feel free to come on to the Luci show on YouTube. I'm on it almost every night or every other night. Sometimes we do weird stuff like riddles, and other nights we talk about stories. Literally, whatever. This is like a space. This is like a personal vlog for me, except I answer questions and I chat with you guys on the live stream. I really wish that the Twitter space would allow you guys to at least make a couple comments, but I guess not. I am your best friend, Eric. Hi. LOL, the emojis on Twitter Space is funny. Well, you only have a few. You only have like rock, paper, scissors, and whatnot. Oh, by the way, I finally figured it out. I thought that on my Twitter Space, I had allowed people to like the tipping button, but it turns out after you turn tipping on, guys, you're supposed to actually connect a certain payment method. So you could do like Patreon, apparently, Cash App. What else can you use on it? Oh, I just added my Bitcoin address. Not like anybody is willing to send me Bitcoin. I doubt it. But yeah, you could put in like so many different platforms. I hope that eventually when Robinhood allows for wallets, that Robinhood's wallets could also be attached to the Twitter tipping platform, which is pretty awesome. Anyways, so back to Cinderella. Here's a couple points that I don't like about the Cinderella story, okay? And I find very unrealistic ever since I was young. I was like, you all want to be the Cinderella character, right? We all want to be that main character who's but okay. So the Cinderella story, you want to be her because you want to go through these hardships and come out on the top in the end. But if you think about it, she doesn't have that many hardships because the story gave her a lot of an advantage if we really break it down. Because, okay, why is it that the evil stepsisters, even though obviously the mother was pretty well off, right? Like they're well off. They're not like wealthy. Obviously the stepsisters wanted to marry the prince, everybody did, but they were pretty well off. The money was not given to Cinderella. They made her like pretty much mop the floors and stuff. But the stepsisters had money. I guess back then, yeah, plastic surgery wasn't a thing, but they always draw the older sisters, and even like remakes of the Cinderella story. I realize there's tons of remakes ever, like Disney's done tons of remakes. There's just like live action, or you can see different versions in different cultures because Cinderella story has been retold again and again and all over the world. But all over the world, everybody, anyone, anytime I've seen a Cinderella story, whether it's like an Asian version or whatever, it's always kind of the same. They always portray the stepsisters as like just these hideous creatures, and they make Cinderella like absolutely gorgeous. And I think that's extremely unrealistic and unfair. And especially in this day and age, to expect people who have money, and if they're, this evil, they are born with these deficiencies, or they just don't look as good as Cinderella and they're that evil, I'm pretty sure they've already gotten plastic surgery and upgraded their faces. But anyways, I think that right off the bat, I kind of dislike, because it kind of portrays this idea of like, okay, if you're evil, you're also hideous too. But if you're really beautiful, it's kind of like, okay, you're also a really good person, and you're gonna win all of this in the end. So I think at that part of the Cinderella story, it always did kind of piss me off. Even when I was watching Disney when I was young and reading the books, I was just like, oh, seems unfair. Why are they both like? Why are the twin sisters? I get they're mean, but why do they have to make them so ugly compared to Cinderella? And then the prince is just straight up shallow at the end of the day, because he chose looks over everything, and the stepsisters didn't even get a shot. I'm not I'm not on the side of the stepsisters, by the way, if you think that's where I'm leaning towards. But I think it's just extremely unfair and very unrealistic. I don't think that would happen in this day and age. You'll probably get you would have maybe a bad storyline, things would be rough for you, and it doesn't mean you'll get this crazy advantage. You're poor, your mother died early, then your father died, you have this evil stepsisters and stepmother, but somehow you can rely on your super charming good looks to get you to marry prince. Or in this case scenario, in this day and age, I guess it's kind of trying to promote young girls into solving other problems by marrying somebody really, really rich, which I also disagree with. You should make yourself rich instead. Are we talking about the Chad Michael Murray movie, Mr. Amore? I think you're talking about Chad Michael Murray in the Cinderella story with Hilary Duff, which yes, I did rewatch recently, and all of those aspects I just mentioned are still true. They're still portraying the stepsisters as extremely evil. I don't think that that would happen in reality. There'll probably be one sister that's at least sort of nice, you know? Lucy, somehow you remind me of Cinderella. I highly doubt that. I'm not as nice as her, or nor as good looking in society as Cinderella is deemed, and all over the world. Disney will be woke soon because they don't want to offend anyone, and soon their company. Carrick. Yeah, I've heard about that. So apparently, I heard on the news that Disney used to not allow their employees to like have sleeves of tattoos and tattoo like on their face or something like that, and now I guess they're allowed to. I honestly didn't even notice when I went to Disney World and Disneyland. I wasn't really focused on the people who were selling me like ice cream in the shape of Mickey. I just wanted my ice cream. Hi, Jennifer. Why are these snotty wealthy sisters hanging on this pretty woman with a silver glass slipper? Are we wait, they was just showing children ugly or bad people don't. No, yeah, so definitely Kambasi, I think they're just trying to make it seem like, don't be bad because if you're bad, then automatically means you're ugly, which is, I mean, in reality, that's definitely not true. You can be the best looking person and just have the evilest heart. And then you can use your charming good looks to add to your evilness. So that's when and if I have children in the future, I will definitely get them to watch Cinderella, all versions, but then tell them this is not how life actually works. Harry Potter. But yes, so Harry Potter, I feel like is a male version, and overall, this story over and over again, it's like every story is a Cinderella story, right? Like Hobbit. At the end of the day, that's still like a Harry Potter story and a Cinderella story because you have your Rex to riches or a weak character who then ends up becoming the main character of like the whole story will then be embellished around this person who that nobody thought would ever succeed. So I think we all just dream of being that person. You want to succeed in life, and you like to dream that even though you're going through rough times, that eventually you will make it. What's your story? My story is definitely not the Cinderella story, but somewhat like a, I guess I was never Rags. I would like to say I am Rags to riches, but I don't think I could say I was ever mopping the floors. Yeah, like Cinderella. And I definitely did not have such a bad family situation. So I don't know. I think in terms of if we're talking finances, period. Yeah, I wouldn't say my story aligns because I didn't marry any prince or get any help, any exterior help. So I think in terms of my story, it's just your basic almost rags to 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 average, not even rich. I'm just almost rag to almost rich. That's pretty much where I'm at, Mr. Nixie Fix It. Disney. Oh man. Anyways, okay. So, oops. Sorry, kicking everything. Woo. All right, I'm gonna log off of my Twitter. So, any of you guys on my Twitter host space right now, feel free to join me on YouTube, where I will continue this chat. And yes, all right, there we go. That hits for 2 hostings. When Doge goes up, Lucy will have the Cinderella ending. Not really, because the Cinderella ending will always be, I guess, the story about a girl who had nothing and she used her looks to end up with a prince that's very wealthy and then just lived off of his money forever. Not gonna lie, that is something I think when I was like 10, I dreamed of. Like, oh yeah, I just marry somebody really wealthy in the future and then don't have to worry about anything. Um, and then reality hit and I was like, that's probably not a good idea. But tons of girls, tons of people out there still have this dream. I mean, what do you guys think? Would you want to, all of you in this chat, would you like that rags to riches story? Like, would you like to come from nothing and then, I don't know, use your charming good looks and find a spouse who will take care of you for the rest of your life? Is that something you all strive for? If it was handed to you, like if tomorrow somebody comes knocking on your door and says, "Hi, dot boy, marry me. I'll give you everything that you want. Never have to worry about a single payment for the rest of your life. Would you guys be down for that? They're also very good looking, by the way, like the prince, or princess, whatever it is that you want. What would you guys do? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put a poll in here. I'm gonna put a poll in here. Would you marry for money? Let me put bracket only money. Yes or no? I am not down for that, Eric. Really? Even if the princess was gorgeous and you're the frog, but the princess is absolutely beautiful, super wealthy. 100% yes. I have one vote right now. Somebody is definitely down for the Golding life. I have 2 rings for that moment, but I'm fine being single. Will you be my Princess BX gamer? I'm taken, but thank you. Very flattered. All right, got 50% yes now. Hey, Dawn. Dawn says no. I'm proud of you, Dawn. I am that story. Nope, I'll go get it alone or never see again. um, I'm not down for that. Oh, Cool Dude says yes. Cool Dude is down to marry for rich. There is a scene at Scrooge McDuck. Wait, what? Where Scrooge is sitting in the doctor's, and in the background there is a big sign saying, "Ask about Illuminati." Really? Oh yeah, like the hidden stuff in. I heard there is a lot of like hidden messages in Disney, and there's like a lot of perverse things like in the images if you look back. I don't know if it's the artist was just trolling maybe and just put like, I don't know, clouds doing it. That's what I heard you could see in some Disney movies. Um Beats me. Symbolism. No, I think there's literally just some trolling going on. To all my exes that wanted kids, I said no. Where that at now? Gemmarar, no. Love over money, dog boy. So love over bread. But it's a tough one because I think maybe everybody starts out wanting love over money or anything else. And then maybe as time goes by, people start to give up and then they focus on other things. Of course, I've met people who've just gone completely backwards. I've actually met this woman who married early. This true story. Hope she's not watching right now, but I'm not going to be revealing any personal information, so it's fine. But I actually knew this lady, sweetest lady ever. When I met her, she had just divorced her husband. And she was telling me when she was young, she just kind of was naive and went for kind of the first guy that chased after her and was like super good to her. Of course, had a lot of money, and took care of all of her finances. I think she grew up from a home that obviously wasn't the most well off. So it was amazing. It was like the best path for her at the time. She thought to kind of just take that route, say yes to the guy, get married, and they had a kid. Things were good for a while until she realized I don't like she didn't actually love this human being and he wasn't as good to her as time went by. Your first initial honeymoon stage faded. And so by the time I met her, she had already divorced. She took her son, so her kid, and she ended up looking for just love at that point, she told me. And she's like, I've never felt like, and at that point when I met her, she already had a boyfriend, after being divorced, of course. This is not like behind her husband's back, don't worry. So she met her boyfriend, and she told me that that guy was pretty much the love of her life. And I think they've been together for, I haven't reached out to her in a long time, but they've been together for at least a couple of years after she told me like this is the one. So I guess sometimes people go backwards. You may go money first, love after, like true love after. And which means, don't give up just because you had maybe like a bad marriage or maybe a bad relationship. There may be light at the end of the tunnel anyways. But she loves her son. I remember her telling me like there's no need to have more children in her mind. She feels like she already like lived that life, but she still was she still believed in love and then chased after it and then found it. A life is wasted when choices like that are made only for money. Just my 2 Dogecoin cents, Don. Absolutely, absolutely. And I think many people don't see it that way. I mean, the people who are making those specific life choices may not see it that way because they're kind of wearing rose-colored glasses, or maybe they had an extremely hard childhood. I don't know, because it seems like to me most people who are extremely wealthy on their own, like these there's not going to be a rich Cinderella, right? Because a rich Cinderella is not going to be out there waiting for a prince to save her. So I think most of these Cinderella stories, or most of these women or men who go for, spouses that are, 100 times more well off than they are, most of the time, I think they're just looking for the easiest path out without working on themselves and on their own finances. Hold on, let me resend this. No, it's symbolism fact. Same as a lot of music. NE14A says. Lots of Illuminati stuff, I bet. From which country you are, Shiny Star? Oh, hello. I don't give out personal information, but I think I've said multiple times. America. I gotta admit, I wouldn't want to be in love and have a very income struggling till the end of my life, Mr. Amore. See? It's very tempting. That's why you can only judge somebody so much, especially since I guess you don't know their backgrounds. I mean, it still sucks if you're gonna marry for money, even if you have like a lot of struggles. Maybe you did it for, because I know this happens like all the time in third world, where very beautiful girls end up marrying to somebody from, a developed country, and then the male usually handles like all the money for her maybe sick parents and whatever. So it's kind of like then it becomes kind of like a business transaction. But yes, you do take care of your family, so can't really look down on people in terms of that. I think for me, it's more hard to swallow a pill, like seeing people who really can just use their own hands and feet and work and make money, but they'd rather just go the lazy route and sell themselves out at the end. It's just more sad because you end up really just selling yourself out. Like nobody cares if you end up in a bad marriage or in an unhappy relationship, right? I mean, that's your own problem to deal with in the end. You can show off all you want on, for example, Instagram, or, on all your social media platforms, about how wealthy you are, and, not talk about how you got the money, but I mean, it's pretty obvious. At the end of the day, it's you have yourself to face, and whoever you're going to look at the end of the day, and who you're going to have children with. I wouldn't marry for money, but if Bennett Jr. says, I wouldn't marry for money, but if I was offered property or some sort of passive income, even stocks, I might give it a thought. Something that would appreciate and value could get me. Oh my God, Bennett Jr., you're hilarious. So, but I would say then yes, you do have a price then. I mean, I don't know what's the number, but I guess that would mean if somebody was willing to offer you, if we go back in time, like Apple stocks 30, 40 years ago, you'd be like, yeah, down. I'll marry you on that one. I wouldn't want to depend on someone financially, but best wishes to those who do. Sebastian. Oh, that's sweet. Dawn, I am also Luke Todd. This is my laptop account. What? Eric, you're trolling me. All right, Luke. I don't know if this is the real Luke, or maybe this is Eric trolling, pretending to be Luke, but I'll believe you, Luke, because you are usually a troll. Never ask anyone for anything, Mr. Nixon Fixit says, even if she's right next to you, okay, and you're rocked by her scent, you should be happy she's with you and give it all, and would give up your life right now. Well, it sounds like this could be like a poem. I gotta admit, I would want to. Yes. Uh, all right, Eric. Hi, trucking all day. Living with Lucy, you're so before marriage is like eat dessert. Before the 3-course meal, you'll get full on dessert and not enjoy the important meal. Okay. Good evening, Lucy. Oh, hi, Pilar. Hope you're well this new evening. Yes, definitely enjoying this chat with you guys. I mean, I love talking about movies, but this is not just a movie, right? Like the concept of Cinderella is just gold. It is the biggest story there ever was and ever will be. Oldest story. So old that literally, if you don't know who created the story, like that's pretty old. That's before books were even made. And then the Grimm brothers, like I said, just end up taking these folklore stories that was told over and over again and then putting in a book. Then Disney made it more PG-13. But I really truly love the book version. If you guys do like to read, I recommend reading all of the Grimm brother tales. It's just like you get a different perspective on all the stories that are famous, or a lot of stories that were taken by Disney or remade by Pixar or whatever. but the pure versions. Lucy, can you read at least one bedtime story during the Lucy Show live stream? I am down for your voice. Eric, it's funny you like to hear my voice for bedtime stories because I think I would be the worst. I think if I ever do like say, I think I've read bedtime stories to like other kids who aren't mine, like when I babysat, and I usually don't use this tone. This is like my regular, like chatting with you guys voice. I will go for a much wannabe Michelle fan, relaxed ASMR voice if I'm gonna do a bedtime story. Movie Indecent Proposal. Oh my god, I've watched that trucking all day. I actually know what you're talking about. Hold up. Was the actress Demi, is it Demi Moore, right? Oh my god, I really like that movie. So if you guys are gonna watch it, I won't ruin it for you, but it's really, really good. It's about a married couple who are offered something about money. Yes. Demi. Okay, Demi, not Demi. Sorry. Lucy, once upon a time. Once upon a time. I'm gonna tell you guys more stories. I'll probably just like pre-record it. But I do have these random stories, nothing like Disney, in my mind that I've heard and just like kind of forgotten a lot of details of. So I'm gonna have to like revamp it and do a video. I can't do it on a live stream because I feel like I'm just gonna be really confusing. Kind of like how I did the riddle yesterday. Hope you guys enjoyed that and told some kids my riddles. That's an old movie. Yes, Indecent Proposal. Some of the old movies are seriously the best. Like you can't beat it. It's just classic. I used to love when that movie came on HBO. Bennett Jr. says, I never had HBO, so I usually just like see it online afterwards. But Indecent Proposal, I'm pretty sure it was streamed somehow. It's a twist from the book. Okay. Everyone has a price, and my price is approximately 6 BTC. Okay, so NE14 is willing to sell themselves for 6 BTC. I don't know if I would sell myself, but I think my number would have to be catastrophic for me to just do whatever for money. I think it would have to be more than 6 BTC because I'm going to calculate 6 BTC right now, and that doesn't sound like a lot. NE14A. I'm trying not to judge you, but that's quite low. Let me see here. How much is Bitcoin now? BTC 43. So we got 43,555. Don't worry, this is not going to turn into a finance chat. 43,555. 43,555. I'm just going to check out your a price that NE14 is willing to sell for times 6. So 261,000. So I could buy you NE14A. If I sold all my Doge coins, I could potentially make you two things, I guess. If you're willing to marry someone, that's a lot. I mean, that's like you're gonna have every single meal for the rest of your life with that person. It's giving up a lot. Jubilee Love says, for me, love is more important than money or anything else, but it's tempting to pick money because it's hard to meet someone who is same with me and a soulmate, but I still choose love. Aw, that's so sweet. So it's tempting to pick somebody with a lot, like maybe more than you, because I feel like there are some people out there who obviously are looking for a wealthier partner, but then there are also other people out there who refuses to find someone who maybe makes more. They'll feel uncomfortable, right? Like I know that there are girls out there who are just they want to be like the boss, or there are males out there that are like, I don't want my wife to make more than me. I don't want to be like, I don't want to have her wear the pants. I think this is very like old school thinking, and whatever works, like as long as you guys love each other and nobody's using anybody, I don't think that really should be an issue. I think it's just bad when, the intentions are wrong. And clearly, if the girl's with you and, or if the guy's with you and they're constantly asking you to pay for their bills, things that they should be able to handle, but they're not. And you realize you're just kind of getting used, and you could always, I told you guys this, you could always test them out and just say, hey, last time attendees on call options. On 1-day call options, I'm gonna need you to pay for dinner, breakfast tomorrow, and pack me lunch for the next weeks and see what they say. Well, two pizzas back in 2010 sold themselves for 10,000 BTC. Oh my God, that still stings my heart when I hear that. Luci should be worth more than 10,000. I would probably like, okay, what about not for money though? Would you do it for power? Like imagine, okay, this is unrealistic, but for those of you that said you would say no to being with someone for money, but what if they didn't offer you money? What if some girl came along and was like, if you stay with me for the rest of your life, I will guarantee you the elixir of life to live forever? What if that was what you were offered? Would you take that? I think I would find that more appealing than like endless money. Power of love. No, the power of immortality. I would take that actually. Yeah, that makes me just as bad, I think, maybe, as the people who are willing to go for money. I'll take immortality. And then be with somebody that I don't really care for. I do it for home cooked meals every night. Wait, trucking all day. You just want to find someone who's willing to cook you home cooked meals every night? Okay, whoever you find, I don't know if you found your special someone, but if your special someone doesn't know how to cook, you know my first channel has a entire cooking playlist, right? So please make sure that they check it out if you ever find somebody that doesn't know how to cook. Because I think for me, honestly, right now, my SO, my significant other, does not cook for me. And it is annoying as heck because I've had relationships in the past where food was prepared for me. And those were good times. So I completely feel you trucking all day. You do want to go for somebody who is more than willing to cook you a Michelin star meal, or at least attempt to, okay? And it may taste horrible, but at least it's in the effort. So I think that to me is very special. I have yet to be able to get my SO to cook endless meals for me. I don't even want endless meals at this point. I just want like at least once a week, you know? A meal cooked with love. That's all I want. I know how to cook, obviously. I cook with love. Wish I could cook for all of you guys. One of those days, I'm waiting for Apple or maybe, I don't know, the Tesla bot. I want them to create something where you can like share scent. It's like we share so much nowadays. I'm basically sharing my life with you every day or a couple hours of it. My time, my energy, but it's like, I want to share with you how good my food smells. It's great. Luci, as long as he's not gay or bisexual, be happy. Whoa there, Luke Top. Mukbang isn't on here right now, but I think she would feel personally attacked with you saying that. But honestly, I don't think that's even an issue. If they want to leave, then leave for whatever reason, right? Like, just don't cheat, because that to me is just the worst. Okay, so you can be. I don't care if I'm with someone and then they all of a sudden no longer are into me and the way I was made. A lot of girls are, I guess, here when I think about it. Oh my God. The purest people in the world are usually not rich. NE14A. Are you insinuating that Elon Musk is not pure? I don't know about that. I think it depends, right? I think maybe like, okay, for me, how I label people who are just like born with a silver spoon or a golden spoon in their mouths or a Bitcoin coin in their mouth, is that there's definitely less effort. There's definitely less effort needed for them to succeed in life. And I don't know, I almost feel bad for them because everybody wants that. Like I just said, everybody wants that Cinderella dream, that Cinderella story, rags to riches. So what happens if you're, I don't know what it's like because I've always been poor, but what is it like if you're already born with like $10 million in your bank account? Can you still aim for a rags to riches story, do you guys think, by aiming to become like a multi-billionaire? Because that way you technically did make it, but you kind of started off with a crazy advantage. Food over everything, Top Boy. Man, you guys are easy. I guess what they say is true. Just as long as you have their stomachs or something, then you okay, I forgot that saying. Something about being able to cook, and then if you have control of the person's appetite or stomach, then you have control of their heart. I swear this is a saying. I was born with a half broken wooden spoon in my mouth. So, oh gosh, that's horrible. I don't know what's worse. A half broken but wooden spoon or a half broken plastic spoon, because plastic spoons are even cheaper. I was born with a plastic spoon from McDonald's in my mouth. A way to man's heart is through his stomach. Yeah, thanks trucking all day. That I don't know why my mind couldn't come up with that. not not that if you're good at it. Oh my god. I feel Ivanka Trump is more articulate than Elon Musk. Eric says. Yeah, I mean she's technically a politician and she was the first daughter of the president. Is it called first daughter? That's how bad I am in politics. Okay, it's first lady and first daughter, right? But then wait, what about that other girl who's Trump's daughter? Tiffany? Is she also called a first daughter or is she the second daughter because she's the younger one? I don't know how that works, but whatever. Yes, of course she's articulate. All politicians are super articulate, and that's what I'm really jealous of, to be honest. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm not that good with my reading writing skills, and I'm not that very articulate. So even though there's all these ideas in my mind, sometimes it's just like I said, when it comes out, I sometimes am embarrassed as I speak because I can't talk that well. I must have made 30K Instagrams with all kind of faces. Mr. Nixon Fixes says, trying to get Lucy to respond to my Insta messages. It doesn't happen. She only talks here. Yeah, sorry guys. There's no way. Like sometimes I'll like, Mr. Nixon Fix It. I checked out your rapping skills. I did do that though. It took me like 2 days, but I did remember to check it. I'm sorry if I didn't respond afterwards. There's too much and I feel like it's unfair. Like I've only responded to a few. So if you are the lucky few that I already started conversations with, then I'll continue. But yeah, sometimes I'm really late to my responses. But I guess it's fair because I do that to everybody. Side question off topic. Mr. Amore, this whole thing is off topic. You're welcome. Just wondering, who is here watches black and white movies? Mr. Amore. Does that count? The fact that I like Audrey Hepburn movies and Roman Holiday is in black and white? But that's like the last one that I've seen of recent. That's black and white. Can't really name other ones. I've always wanted to watch something really old that like my aunt told me about. It's called Princess Cici, Cici, I think, or maybe it's Sisi, but it's like this old black and white show, and it's like about this princess, obviously, Cici. That's the one that I never watched, and I've always been meaning to see. So if it's good, I will let you guys know. I bet the trust fund babies are the worst. Trucking all day. Funny enough, I have met kind trust fund babies, but maybe because they're so young. It was a friend of a friend, but maybe because they were like 17 that they didn't get the chance to go full-fledged like jerk mode. But I've actually met nice ones. It's like they know they're like extremely blessed, but they're not like a jerk about it. You know, I don't think they like, well, I felt like they weren't looking down on me when speaking to me, so I felt like that was good enough. But these people are getting like, you know, trust fund plus on top of that before they even turn like 21 or 18. Parents are rolling in like more than 10-20K per month. So there are surprisingly good ones. But yes, I'm sure there's a lot of bad trust fund babies I haven't met. The purest people in the world are usually not rich. Cooking is so fun. We always been cooking at home, Vox says. Cooking is fun when there's no pressure. Like when you're the only person doing everything, like you're preparing, you're cutting the vegetables, you are cleaning the cutting boards, cleaning after everybody finishes eating. I don't think you'll be saying that anywhere if you have a huge family and whatnot. So I think if you have people helping you, yes, that is a joy. I've actually spoken to a chef that's like my dad's friend, and he's like, don't learn how. I don't know if I told you guys this, but basically I was trying to sneak recipes and like learn his recipes when he was cooking, like was my dad's friend. And then I was like, and then he was like, don't copy me. He's like, you don't want to learn how to cook because when you learn how to cook, then everyone's gonna ask you to cook and then you're gonna regret it, Lucy. And I was like, okay. And I still wanted to learn because I was just curious. But yeah, he was right. after you learn how to cook, everybody just depends on you, and then your significant other doesn't cook anymore. Because pretty much my SO just says, you know, you're really good at it, so why should I? Why should I learn? I agree about cooking. Hello, Terrence. Soul says, yes, I only marry for money, not love. It's business. Terrence Lee. Oh man, can't wait till whoever you marry to see this chat. Well, but would you be honest about it though? That's the difference. It's okay if you're honest and you tell this person like, "Hey, I'm just with you for this. And when this is gone, then bye-bye." GB like I should never saw. Paper soon? What? Hold on, sorry. Oh, hi Dan. Another racist person in chat. Okay, I guess it got deleted because I couldn't see it. I like Twilight Zone in black and white when I can't sleep. Twilight Zone. I've heard of it, but I've never watched it. It's like when weird stuff happens, right? I want to check that out eventually as well. Hi, Jesse Smith. Learn a man to cook a fish he fished. You can feed a whole bunch of people. You mean teach a man how to fish and he'll be wait. No, it's sell a man a fish and you'll give a man a fish, and I actually know this, I swear. Give a man a fish for one day and you'll feed him for a day, but teach a man how to fish and you'll feed him for the rest of his life. Right? A way to a woman's heart is to be nice, listen, and don't give solutions yet. Answer every text/call, and I don't know. Whoa there, trucking all day. Sexism much, but yes, I totally agree with that. Our list is a lot longer than the whole to the heart to the stomach thing for men. I will have paper hands for anyone I fall in love with that doesn't have money. Wait, what? Mr. Amor. That's a sure way to lose all your money, man. Get a prenup. Prenup. If I marry again, I just hope the lady is an awesome cook. So rebel. Well, I mean, that's under your control. You don't have to hope. Okay, no hoping. It's under your control. I obviously did not look for somebody who knew how to cook. So yes, that's on me. When you're out there looking for the one, make sure you guys have a checklist. I know they say don't have a checklist, but nah, you want to have a checklist. You want to have a checklist of things that you know it's very hard for that person to change, right? Like it's like, do I want this person to work out and be fit? Do I want them to eat clean? And if that's going to be a big problem, then you're going to have huge issues for the rest of your life. Hi, financial sequence. Feed a man a fish and he'll eat for a day. Teach a man a fish and he'll eat for a lifetime. Well, you guys are always just so much better at putting it than I am. Thanks, Don. But I think being a capitalist, though, I don't think I would want to teach somebody my trade, because then I can't sell them fish anymore. I wouldn't even have given them a fish. I probably would have sold them fish and be like, come back tomorrow. I'll be like, one fish for $3, or you can buy 3 fish for $10, and then they'll just give me $10. Lucy, what did your SO do to win your heart? Honestly, nothing. Like nothing. I think my SO was just extremely lucky that it's just a feeling. I think honestly, true love, and for those of you that are in love, you probably would agree, I hope you do, that it's just a feeling. You just know. I think I told you guys I met like most of the people I've ever been with like on the internet, right? So when I met my SO, I felt like it was time and it was good to kind of just not talk to anybody else and get off all the dating apps. So no more Tinder, Bumble. I was on like everything. So yeah, I think you just know when you meet the right person. It's just a feeling. It was not necessarily anything that they did. But it wasn't like a right away. For me, it wasn't like, oh my gosh, head over heels, this is a movie. No, that did not happen. It was more like, oh, comfort first day, like I want to see you again. And then after a couple more meetings, just didn't really want to talk to anybody else. And then you naturally know. Tinder versus Bumble versus Hinge. I've never been on Hinge. And to be honest, anybody who thinks that if you're using one app, it's like somehow more superior to another, you're seriously kidding yourselves, because almost every gal, every guy I know who has one app will also have like 3 other apps. So yeah, you're kidding yourself if you think you can find like a nicer selection of people from one app. Like, sure, people have this like idea of Tinder being like a hookup thing, but I met my SO on Tinder. I know tons of people who are like got married and stuff like off of Tinder. So yes, it all depends on like how you portray yourself. Don't Obviously there's gonna be liars and jerks and F boys and all that and F girls, but you'll when it's time and when the time is right, when the moment is right, you will find the one no matter on what app, or maybe at the library. I don't know. I used to think you could meet people at the library, but no. I've never met anyone decent at the library. Give a man a world perception. I'm still reading your paper hands thing, Mr. Amora. That's so sweet, but I really hope you don't. Prune up mandatory, prenup mandatory. Wait, but Terrence, you just said that you would marry for money, so I don't think you want the other person to get a prenup. If I were you, marry for money first, then marry for love later. Ricky, babe, I literally just told a story earlier about that. That's facts. People have done this in the past. I mean, if you're lucky, some people just give up. They have like one bad relationship, whether it's like marriage or not. They just like give up on life. That's the worst. Don't be that person. There's always more fish in the sea. In power in which you hold shall be the power seen, Mr. Nixon. Is it? Women don't cook these days. Well, I can say the same for men. I think a lot of people are just busy these days. It's like harder. I wouldn't be too hard on somebody who's just like, working crazy shifts and like busy all day long. Don't be too rough on them on the no cooking thing. But again, I think within a month time, you can come up with at least like 4 meals cooked by hand. Give a man a fish he will eat for one day. Teach a man to fish, he will be able to feed himself every day. Eric the Go Guy. I feel like people don't give poor people a chance. I think a lot of people wouldn't even hang out with somebody that didn't make as much money as they do. Super sad facts, Eric the Go Guy. I know tons of people like that, sadly. Some acquaintances, some friends. But it is what it is. It's sad, but I think it's because our society kind of it promotes this idea, and you see it all the time. Like, I follow all these Instagram accounts that constantly post just like stock tips or wealth tips and stuff like that, and you've seen it for sure, where they're just like, you want to surround yourself with successful people, you want to be around successful people because that's how you're going to get rich and successful, which in other words is don't hang out with like poor people because poor people are losers, like, without saying it. So I think it's sad that people read into, like, I think those posts are fine. Yes. But then there are always going to be the few crazy ones who read into it hardcore enough and they'll just like cut off anybody who doesn't make as much as them. That's extremely sad, but it does happen. I disagree with that though. I definitely kept friends no matter what, no matter how much they have or what they do for a living, because I think those are the truest friends though. If you have friends that, you either made throughout childhood where obviously money was not like in the conversation, those are definitely some of the purest. And even like definitely later in life it's harder because people are always going to ask you like, hey, what do you do? Oh my gosh, okay, you're on YouTube, okay, what is that? So there's just always going to be judgment no matter what. But to be honest, Eric the Go Guy, I wouldn't really want to be friends with someone who only wants to be friends with people who have money, because then they're just in it for another reason and it's not pure and it's really not a loss. So any of you, if anybody ever has been left behind because for whatever reason, I know people leave also friendships out of like religion, right? Like one friend became religious all of a sudden and then it's like, bye, don't want to talk to you ever again because you don't believe in whatever it is I believe in. There's just like all different reasons for people to do this. Other times people just want to shut other people off for, I don't know, if they're like going through a bad phase. So definitely just don't take it to heart. I'm sure you guys don't need people like that anyways. This fish. Been talking about fish a lot. Selling a fishing course. Regular guy. I always eat takeout and go out for lunch. since being single. Oh, that feels like it costs a lot, so Rebel. Sounds like you need to check out my first channel, Living with Lucy. I have an entire cooking playlist you can learn how to cook from, where I'll show you all the ingredients and the exact way to do it from beginning to end. You're right about feelings, Lucy, Eric. So sorry, I'm trying to read all of your older conversations. Whoa. People definitely treat you a lot better and you have money even if they don't want your money. Oh, yeah, for sure. It's sad, but I mean, it's like the same thing as like walking to like a retail store, right? I mean, it doesn't even have to be a fancy retail store anymore. Just walk into any store, try to dress like a homeless person. But a homeless person, like the outfit that doesn't look like Kanye West made it, then yeah, they won't treat you too good. I've done it. Walk into a store with flip-flops, sweatpants, and a old raggedy t-shirt that doesn't say Bitcoin or something on it. You will not get much service. That's a fact. And all of you guys in this live stream right now, thank you so much. Please don't forget to smash that like button if you haven't done so already. Subscribe and ring that notification bell. Really help support this second channel. If you love these live stream, you want to keep it going. All right, let me read more of these. So Rebel, start cooking, bro. You gotta know what you put in your mouth. LOL, besides cost. Terrence Lee, wise words. But yes, when you cook your own food, I think it's just cleaner. I recently made my own dumplings, and I think they're some of the best dumplings I've ever had, because when you go outside and you eat, you don't know what they're giving you. You don't know how old the meat is or like how good the vegetables are, probably frozen vegetables. I would rather you read my messages without saying my name. Okay, cool. Your name is hard to say. People definitely treat you. Okay, sorry, I read that one. How long have you been together? Ken Bussy. Me and my SO, at least like 2-3 years. Yeah, without saying too much, but yeah, like 2-3 years. I wish I had time to learn how to cook, Terrence. There's always time. If you have time for this, Soul Rebel, you have time for learning how to cook, preferably on my main channel. I fell in love with a girl, Luke Ta says. Luke Ta pretending to be Eric. You're like catfishing here, pretending to be someone else. I know if I became super successful. Wait, I fell in love with a girl. I know if I became super successful later on, she is the key. Wait, what? Lucy, let's say you're not vegetarian, from beef, chicken, pork, and fish. You have to pick one to eat for life. What do you choose? Surprisingly, I've been asked this multiple times, Jubilee Love. I think people just like to know, like, what's your favorite meat? Not pork, not beef. I think it would be between chicken and fish. Oh my God, this is so tough because I love Popeyes and fried chicken and chicken wings. Um, I think I might eat more chicken, and I love chicken nuggets. That's probably like one of my favorite things from McDonald's, which by the way, I need to get soon again. But then fish. I think I have to pick fish because I can't imagine, because fish is like such a broad thing that I feel like there's so many different types of fish, but there's just like, I mean, there's other types of chicken, but I can't name you different names of chicken. I just call it chicken. But in terms of fish, there's just like so much. So if I can cheat and eat any type of fish under the sea, I'll pick fish versus just, chicken, because I think that gives me more options. Yeah, definitely fish, because then I can have sushi. Yeah, just way better. I think I'll pick fish and then chicken. You didn't ask me to list it, but yes. But I'll be sad forever because I love chicken and chicken noodle soup, and I seriously feel better after drinking chicken noodle soup on red days. Fun fact, Jesse Smith says, I work at sea on a fishing vessel. Wow. And we catch 35 tons of fish. I can't even process how much fish that is. Every 3 hours. We work 16 hours per day. Well, that's amazing. Holy. Well, so you're always out on sea. I would never be able to do that. I think I get seasick if I'm on a boat for like way too long. But that's awesome, Jesse. Every girl I match with would be fakes on the third message. They would be asking for money, never paid for, okay, and never would. I'm glad for you that you didn't, because you don't need to. I think whoever does that has quite low self-esteem to think that they can't get a girl the regular way. Has Lucy or anyone on here ever been catfished, Mr. Amore? Lucy has. Lucy has. And I would say the first boyfriend I've had, seriously had, kind of catfished me because their picture was nothing like them. I think it looked like when I met them in person, I was like, whoa, that looks like nothing like you, right? I mean, it was still them, but they like photoshopped it or just like put it under some like beauty app probably to make themselves look like 10 times better. So I've been catfished, but then I ended up dating them anyways. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me. Are you riches to rags for Doge? Oh my god, low roller scratcher, way to push me down the stairs when I'm already down. No. Yes, yes, I guess so. I guess it was rags, riches, rags again. But no, I'm still up. So I like to argue I'm still okay. I'm like halfway to rich. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to really catch up. You guys, all of a sudden, sometimes y'all don't type a lot, and then other times you guys are just like off. Okay, hold on. Okay, read that. Read that. Okay, Eric the Goat Guy says there was a lot of rich people that went through a divorce and now they are homeless. Ouch. I mean, I don't know anybody that went through a divorce and became homeless, but I can imagine whoever married for money and then did get a prenup and ending up on the streets. But then I'm sure they'll just use their charming looks and have another place to live. I know how to open a can of tuna fish. I do too. Very impressive. Tuna, like when you're really lazy, by the way, tuna, just open a can of tuna, fry it with like rice, and I don't know, throw in kimchi or something. That's a meal right there. Um, guy homeless. From the people I worked for, I didn't get wealth. I got the tools I need to get it alone. Not I have over 25K in tools to build a house alone with the skills. Nice. As okay, read that. I have caught many catfish, Mr. Amore, so I feel sorry for you. That sucks. What about homeless looking but smell very expensive? Like the best perfume. What? What? Like you are you asking if I'm down to go for a homeless person, but they look homeless, but they smell very expensive. I don't know what smells very expensive. I mean, I know what Chanel smells like cuz I mean, a lot of women wear it, but aside from that, I don't know any like male perfumes. So I think I know what rich women smell like. I don't know what rich homeless people smell like or male per what is it? Is it like yeah. I don't know what that smells like. Cologne. Yeah, LOL. One time I was drunk little and I tipped 400 and meal was 100 GB love. Oh man, waitress came to me double checking the tip and next time I visit they were more kind to me. Oh my god, so you didn't ask for it back? Wow. Kudos to you, GB Love. I don't know how I would have felt about that because usually a good server, when your customers are drunk and they tip you a lot, you're supposed to double check with them. And I mean, I've done it. Like, you're supposed to check and be like, did you actually put in this number? Because I would hate for them to come back the next day and be like, yeah, you're going to need to give me back that money. Hasn't happened to me. But I have been confused when getting too much tip when somebody's already like a little off. Uh, there is a lot of people just give up half of the wait, hold on. There's a lot of people just give up half of the money, I guess, to get a divorce. I don't know why, but I see it so much from some of the people I interview on the street or talk to. Oh my god, you're just like me. We like to talk to random people. um, so yes, I think I know what you're talking about, Eric the Go Guy. You mean there's a lot of people who are down to throw away the money just to remove themselves from this relationship, from this marriage that they no longer want to be a part of. And yes, I have seen that in the past as well. I mean, I've seen that less because people love to go to court and like fight about money, fight about children and all that. But I definitely seen a lot of marriages, people stick together because for the kids. But then more so like one spouse needing the other just for monetary reasons. And yeah, so there's it's a whole bunch of situations, but definitely more, I would say, divorces that end badly than divorces that end well. Yeah. Um, my good friend went into coach looking like a beach bum, Mr. Amore says. The staff looked disgusted. Wait, what does a beach bum look like? I feel like a beach bum is better than just like, like straight up smelly or something. He he then went on to buy the most expensive watch and busted out hundreds of his fanny pack. Boss status. I'm sure they treated him really well after. Um, but yeah, the salespeople at the retail stores, I mean, that's just capitalism at work all day, every day. You will never get good treatment unless you walk in there like dressed nicely, and looking proper. Uh, Popeye is awesome. Yes, Popeyes is delicious. I need to get some Popeye soon. Okay, Lucy loves chicken and fish, but little more fish. It's kind of like, I don't know. You're just asking me right now, so that's why I'm choosing fish. But I think I'll forever regret that decision, Jubilee Love, if I said no to chicken. Pork is nasty. Haven't had pork in 4 years. All right, I don't like. There's a lot of people who agree with this, but I like meat pork. uh, Hold on. Wow, you guys are talking about you don't like bacon? Terrence Lee is asking. Well, yeah, he said he hadn't had pork, man. So wait, what? Never mind. Okay, you can't say you haven't had pork in 4 years if you ate bacon, man. That doesn't add up. Stay off pop. If not, you're careful. Pork belly is bacon. Yes. Learn to know what you like or something better. I'm a catfish. Cool, dude. Good for you, cool dude. I feel sorry for whoever you're catfishing, but all right. I wish I knew how to Photoshop, Soul Rebel says. All of my pics look like a 7-year-old taking them. Well, okay, if a 7-year-old took the picture, it doesn't mean you need Photoshop. I think you just need proper angles. You just need to set your phone aside and get one of those things that prop up your phone. I mean, I changed my phone case, but I used to have my bare phone case. Just prop it up nicely. It's all about the angle, Soul. I mean, that's why I think most people think that girls catfish them because we all know our angles. So we always look skinnier in our pictures than we actually do in real life. A lot of us, because no one's gonna take a picture with the phone angle like this and you can see your double chin. So usually we always go like this and it makes us look like a heck of a lot skinnier. That I will say. I do that too. So I guess I'm a catfish overall. So for you guys, yeah, I mean, I think it's also angled too. It makes you look like you lost at least 5 pounds. Yeah. Are you playing Powerball on Saturday? Yes, I am, Low Roller Scratcher. I didn't know it was 650 million, but I was told that this has now become, I think, the 10th largest Powerball or the 10th largest jackpot in many years, right? Is that what it is for this current jackpot? Don't judge a book by its cover, werewolf lay. Absolutely not. That's how those people who judge a book by its cover end up not making as much money in sales, because a lot of people with a lot of money don't dress that rich anymore. And I mean, it's smart. You don't want to get robbed these days. Are you okay? Sorry, I read that. They double checked with me. Oh, hold on. Oh, okay. GBLS says they double. Okay, so they double checked with you on your receipt. It was game and correct amount, but next day I kind of regret it. Oh, so when they showed you, you were like, "Yeah, I do want to tip you $400 on a $100 bill." Man, if everybody tipped like you, I would just be serving right now. I would just be a bartender right now. That is that's a lot. That's a lot of money every night if everybody paid 4 times their bill. I hope I win the Powerball, Swagmaster says. Me too. I didn't buy for Saturday yet. I've lost every other time, but the hope is not lost. I will say this though, for anybody who wants to stop buying lotto tickets because you think you may have an addiction, there is a saying that the lottery is charity for stupid people. I think that's the saying. Yes. So basically, only people who are dumb enough to think that they can win will buy it, end up losing a lot of money. So it's a charity for dumb people. But even though I know that saying, sometimes it stops me from buying. I can't help it. Whenever the prize is really big, I'm like, if I don't do this, then I'll never get the chance to try and be like Jeff Bezos. Divorces suck, Soul Rebel. Yes, they do, but it's like a 50% rate last time I checked. I hope I win at crypto. Ken Bussy. I don't know. I don't think I'll care too much about the prices of BTC and Ethereum once I win $650 million. Ticks are a natural carrier. Okay. I just had seafood. Eric the Go Guy says tonight for dinner was really good. I went to Thai restaurant on my house. I think you mean near your house. Yes. Oh, I haven't had Thai food in a while. Haha. Have some water, Luci. Have water? Yes, I do. I do need water. Let me go grab my water. All right. I forget to treat myself while I'm doing these live streams with you guys. Learn rule of 1/3. Wait, what? Learn rule of 1/3 in photography? The real tech geek. I don't know what that is, but sounds like you have to position yourself right. Wait, haha, at Walmart when they trying to sell me internet, what internet you have? I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, DDD's nuts. I didn't come here for the internet. I'm getting Ethernet Cat 6 to mine Doge. Get away from me. What? Do you actually do this? Are you mining Doge at like a Walmart? Who's your fave YouTuber? Financial Sequence. I don't have like a specific one. I have a lot of favorite ones that I don't spend enough time watching, but I would say Graham Stephan. I think I said it before, right? Graham Stephan, Andre Jack, Nick Kevin. Those are top three that comes to mind. But I also watch the Humble Trader. Uh, Oh, I bought Powerball 2 GB Love. Yay! We are competitors. Yes, I don't show my lotto numbers. I'm like, yeah, I don't show it. I'm like, I don't want to show it on Instagram or something and then have someone buy my same numbers and end up winning half of my attendees. I will win. As Eric says, I will win the 650 million Powerball and we will have a virtual party in here. Luke, if you win 650 million, you better send me the largest super chat that there ever was. I am only playing 2 tickets, Ken Bussy. I think I'm just going to get one because in my mind, I'm like, okay, if this was meant to be, I'll probably win with just the one. Can't win if you don't play. Exactly. Poor man taxed the lottery. Lucy, hi, Mukbang. I talked about you earlier. Did you watch the Squid Game? Yes. Oh my gosh, I watched it all. I've moved on so quickly from the Squid Game. It's not even funny. I watched all of the Squid Game within 2 days. Okay, I binged it. And then my friend told me about what's it called? Alice in Borderland. So then I spent 2 days binging that. And then I just finished Alice in Borderland yesterday. And I must say, if you haven't watched it already, Mukbang, I highly recommend. If you like Squid Game, I think you'll love Alice in Borderland. It's also a survivor game that's on Netflix, a Netflix original actually, but it's Japanese. I think it was originally from like a manga or something like that, turned live action. And I like the script and I like the story plot, like everything, I think, more than Squid Game, even though Squid Game's like crazy hyped up right now. And then also check out Liar Game. It's another Japanese one that's like super old. So like resolution's not as great, but storyline is a bomb. Win the Powerball and force AMC to short squeeze it. LOL. Oh man, you are the best ape. It's October, can't believe it. Oh yeah, it is officially October. Hooray! We've been waiting for this month forever. I hope it's a green month. I mean, been wishing and praying for September to be over. It's finally over. Guys, can you believe October, November, December? This is just like, that's it. 3 more months. And we're going into 2022. That's actually insane. I feel like this whole year was insane and it just blew past me. Like I don't even know. Like I don't think this is probably like the speediest year that's ever gone by. No getting wired to buy. I am down for that super chat, Lucy. All right. We have a deal. If you win, the highest super chat that there ever was. I don't know why I don't watch Graham Stephan anymore. Financial Sequence says sometimes meet Kevin. Oh, you don't know why you don't watch it? They're both really good. I mean, they make really consistent content and it's usually like about everything that's going on, like politics, stocks, crypto as well. I mean, not as much crypto. I think Andre Jack talks more about crypto than the two of them. But they touch upon a little bit of everything. So I think whenever I get sick of listening to like Fox News, CNN, or whatever, CNBC, I just open up YouTubers who talk about finance or the news. Jubilee Love, I will watch it. I love podcasts. I need to listen to more podcasts. What's a podcast that you recommend, Financial Sequence, that is like a good roundup of like everything that's going on, stocks, crypto? Yeah. What's your favorite one that you recommend? Alice in Botherland? No. Alice in Borderland. So literally like Alice in Wonderland, except it's called, wait, is it Borderland? Yeah, I think it's one word. So check that out on Netflix. It's 1 season, 8 episodes. I downed it in 2 days. Oh my God, it's so good. You will want to keep watching. And the games are just so much better, GB Love. Like the games on Squid Game, you cannot recreate in real life, okay? Like you're not gonna be able to be like, hey man, do you want to play red light, green light? But the games that you see in Alice in Borderland, some of them you can try and just like play or like make it into a riddle or whatever. Like it's interesting. It's interesting to kind of like make it into a question or like a riddle and ask other people. It's kind of like a brain game, in my opinion. I like it. I like whoever wrote it was a genius. As long as we do not go into 2020 again, Ken Bussey. I think we're far from that. It's going to be a while. It's been 6 months since Doge all-time high. LOL. Oh, no, it's not LOL, mukbang. That's terribly sad. I definitely think everyone has given up. Everyone, I mean like people like not like you guys. I think everyone, when I say everyone's given up on my boy over here, are the people who never really cared for Doge or the community, and don't really follow Elon Musk. They're just like kind of there for the hype. The hype people have definitely died down, and that's what I'm going to say about it. Ever thought about doing panels, Zoom people hang out with other YouTube buzz? Eric the Go Guy. No, I think I'm just like really uncomfortable to like talk with other people because I think I don't show it with you guys, but I have high anxiety. Like sometimes even before I start a live stream, I like get like sometimes I'm very like ready for live streams. Other times I feel like I tell myself, okay, I'm gonna go on, but right before I go on, I get this like train wreck of an anxiety, like just it hits me. And sometimes I'm like, I don't know, like if I want to do this, like I'm scared or uncomfortable. So I think I would just like freak out if I talk to other people. Like even some of you, I feel like maybe one day I can do the Twitter host thing and then I'll have someone else join the chat with me. So I guess we would talk together on the host space on Twitter. That's what I'll aim for. But definitely, yeah, that freaks me out. I don't know. I cannot explain it. It's just within me. I like Zip Trader. Oh, I know who Zip Trader is, Dan. I actually know who that is. I've watched his videos. He talks really fast and he makes me feel like I talk slow. Traveling Trader and Stocked Up with Mike and Tom. Okay, I don't know the rest, but I know the guy who does Zip Trader. I think he's awesome. I wish I could talk as fast as he does. I ever thought, okay. Alice in Borderland, it's on Netflix. Yes, that's how you spell it. Thanks, Swagmaster. Yes, we not going to live until 2222. So I really hope we all have good special year for 2022. Haha, to the moon. Yes, GB Love. I don't think any of us will live long enough to see 2222, but what an epic day. 2222, February 22nd. Oh man, maybe you can get invite to the iced coffee hour. I know you can message Eric the Go Guy. I know you can message because I've seen the iced coffee hour. I know you can message Graham Stephan, and I think the other guy that does the iced coffee hour with him, his friend. I know you can message them to try and get on it, but I don't know. I'm shy. I don't think I could do it because I just think they're really smart, and I think half the stuff, if they were to ask me, unless it's like pre-scripted, I wouldn't. I would be like, "Oh my god, I sound so stupid." I mean, I sound dumb anyways, like just talking by myself. But yeah, I'm just like not comfortable. I love to do it if I had the guts to. Um, maybe I don't know if they make. Sometimes they go to Vegas and stuff. If I ever bumped into them, I would maybe say hi and be like, "Can I be on your show?" But I don't think I can. I don't think I could do it otherwise. You fear what you want to know more about people. I don't know. Zip Trader, aka Charlie. Oh, is that his name? Okay. I just always like memorize people as their like, YouTube names. Michelle Fan, her channel is huge, like 8 million subs. Yes, Eric. Luke, Ta. I love Michelle Fan. But I don't, to be honest, I don't really watch her makeup stuff. I just always known of her, and I see like short clips, like you can see it on Instagram and stuff like that. I think she's just amazing. Like I don't know how she's so talented. It's like an artist. She's like the she's like the Picasso of makeup. Like I don't know how she could do like all these different characters and stuff. Like literally like be a chameleon and turn into like a different person. Hold on. Thank you, Werewolf Light. Yes, and all of you guys, really appreciate all of you being here, voting on my poll. By the way, good to know that most of you refuse to sell yourselves out for money. Thank you also for smashing that like button if you haven't already. Please subscribe, ring that notification bell, and share my videos with your friends and family so I can really grow this channel. But you guys are doing a great job, just joining me all this time. Hold on. I like David Mitchell Jr. He has good Doge info. Okay, I think that's the first time I heard of him. Maybe I can get divided to the ice hour. Something to wrestle, going in raw, odd couple, the Breakfast Club podcast. Oh, these are all like podcasts that you like. Cool. I'm gonna copy that. I'm gonna copy that in my notes section before I forget. The best community. Thank you, Dot Boy. What kind of music does Lucy and everyone in here jam to? I'm very like random, but the last song I listened to on YouTube over and over again is Jealousy, I think it's called, by Olivia Rodrigo. So I listened to Jealousy by Olivia Rodrigo over and over again today, and then I always go back to, and I wanted to rewatch the MV of The Reason by Hoobastank. That video, that MV is like one of my favorites. Hold on. Making note of the podcast stuff before I forget it. I listened to the end. Sorry, Lucy, I am not sharing videos and all that, but I always click thumbs up. Jubilee Love, it's okay. If you don't know any friends that are down to watch my videos, then it's cool. Much appreciated for just being here and smashing that like button, guys. All right. Take care, Terrence. Aw, thank you, William. This year has gone by so fast for me. 2021 wasn't my favorite year. Mukbang eating show. How so? Why is it not one of your favorite years? I mean, I feel like a lot of us were just blocked off from doing what we want to do. I mean, depending on where you're from, there were still, a bunch of lockdowns all over the world. I listen to Japanese idol dances, music currently following morning. Okay. Oh yeah, you said Japanese music before too. What's the difference between an oral thermometer and a rectal thermometer? Ow, the taste mostly. Oh God. EDM. Do you go to Vegas a lot, Eric the Go Guy? Somewhat. I'll hit it up at least. I aim for at least once a year, I would say. I think it's been less because of the pandemic in the last 2 years. But I will definitely go again. Yeah, I love listening to songs. It is too sad. We can't share songs and play here. I know, GB Love, but don't worry. I will try to attempt and play music on Twitter, on the Twitter Spaces. I don't know if I'll be flagged on Twitter for that, but apparently you guys told me that people cuss on Twitter too on the Spaces, so I figure I could probably play music. We'll find out. Every music animals make all kinds of music. Yes. Eventually we will do a duet, GB Love. What would you sing if we did karaoke together? I listen to a lot of reggae these days. Like, no, own yourself. Okay, I want to check that out because I do like reggae music. I just don't have much. I'm gonna copy that and see if I like it later on YouTube. Too bad I can't actually listen to it right now. Hold on. Oh no, wait, I thought I copied something. Hold on, I'm gonna find podcasts that you recommended. So do most of you guys just listen to like, well, you watch YouTube and stuff like that, or do you also listen to a lot of podcasts? Or no time for that because you spend most of your time on YouTube? I think I'm spending like maybe more time on YouTube watching other YouTubers, just like with my own channel than anything else. So this is probably like the platform that I use the most. And then Twitter. Definitely not enough podcasts. And I also just like listen to my Alexa all the time in terms of news. Oh, Swagmaster likes classical music. Aw. Jennifer Amber likes K-pop. I hope you like Blackpink. That's up there for me. More time on YouTube. Exactly. Eric to go, guys. Sometimes I do karaoke for super chats. It's a lot of fun. People who request songs with super chats and then I sing them. Wait, what? So on YouTube, you usually sing without being flagged or anything? Like, doesn't YouTube flag you for copyright? That's why I don't usually sing on YouTube because I don't want to be taken down and stuff. Podcast while I am driving around showing homes, Ken Bussy says. Yeah, like that's like one of the main reasons I don't do any like music because well, one time when I was doing SNL, there was like this pop-up for me just because like I think like some show before SNL was running. I think it was like Dateline or something. And I got this warning on my live stream and it was like you need to cut off that copyright material, otherwise like your stream will be shut down. So I've always been afraid to do anything copyright. Yeah, your stream could be go down because of copyright anytime. It's no. Yeah, GB that's what I thought. That's why I've been afraid. But I don't think Twitter has the same rules, so I will definitely try that out on Twitter. And if anything, I'll do this next time and then I'll just mute I'll mute it so you only see visuals and then I'll start it with the host on Twitter. And then we'll see how that goes. Um, if you leave comments on people's stuff, you will get as priority comments as YouTube. You left out the for entertainment purposes only on your disclaimer, CJ says. Oh, you mean that? It says everything on my channel is not for financial advice. Yes. That's the key thing I want people to know, CJ. But in my description, it says entertainment purposes only. I think multiple times. Podcast while I am driving around showing homes, Ken Bussy says. YouTube/trading. I have cable, but I don't use it. Wow, I don't know what it's like to have cable. I do not have cable for a while now. If you use the instrument version of the songs, it's not copyright, I think. I don't know. That's a tough one, mukbang eating show, because I feel like, because how YouTube works is that they detect, like they have like really smart AI software that can detect when anything is similar. So like if the pitch and the tune, like even if I did And I did in the past. I did like before I restarted my YouTube channel on Living with Lucy, I've done covers of like artists' songs. So let's say like if I did an Ariana Grande cover or Taylor Swift cover, just by doing it a cappella, they will flag you down because that's still copyright. If you're humming, I mean, unless you're just so terrible that they can't even pick up it's the same song, then no. But if you're singing in tune, oh yeah, they will find you. What was your answer to the poll? CJ says. My answer to the poll is obviously no. I don't think I would ever, and never looked for anybody even to date, and been like, oh, what do they do for a living? If that's not good, then that's going to be an X. Doesn't mean that later, because the thing is, like, people close to me, like some of my friends, I don't judge them, and in fact, I encourage them to do what I didn't do and never did, which is, you do want to focus on what other people do for a job because maybe that gives you a tell on what they're like. I don't know. Like, for example, if you don't like music and then you end up with like a drummer or, like somebody who does music production, I don't think that would really work out. So, in a sense, I think I've never looked into that because I'm like, I just want to know people for who they are. But that's kind of like a good filter if you think about it, jobs. But then obviously most people just want to be with someone who makes a lot. There's nothing wrong with that. I think there's nothing wrong with it. It's just about the extent you are willing to choose the money over feelings. Like if you don't really feel much for the person and you're just going for the money, then you're probably not going to be too happy with yourself in a matter of time. If you got a little USB drive playing a loop on your TV behind you, if you look up karaoke on YouTube, most of the stuff is not the original artist YouTube channel, and they get away with it, but they probably don't get the ad revenue, or I have to share it. Yeah. Yeah, you probably won't. And then I know there's some where like they'll just say, okay, you can play this on YouTube, but you won't get any of the money. But if the artist want to, or like the artist's record label wants to take your videos down, then you can have it taken down. And worse, like I read, because I asked like the customer service for YouTube, by the way, and then they were like, well, just Google, right? Google support. And they were like, really, there's no way of us telling you, when you're going to get flagged down, when your channel may be shut down. It's just all depends on every situation. So it's like, if you're unlucky, I've heard people complain about like, I think uploading reaction videos and then get that taken down and get a red flag on top of it, even though people do reaction videos all the time. Hold on. CJ says the richest people I know are also some of the most stingiest. Yes, agreed. I think just because somebody is like really wealthy, it doesn't mean they're going to treat you extremely well, or maybe treat your loved ones really well, right? Because like what's the point of, for me, okay, if I was going to be going for that Cinderella life and then looking for a prince just to solve all my problems, you can go get married to like a multi-billionaire, but if the billionaire is like super stingy and then they're not even willing to, I don't know, buy your parents a Honda Civic or something like that, if they're in need, or pay for, hospital bills for your loved ones, like that's how stingy they are, and they just kind of want you as like for your looks and just kind of have you there, then I don't know, it would be really questionable and it probably wouldn't work out well. And I would like really be worried about intentions too in terms of like relationships like that, because storylines like the Cinderella story where the prince literally just falls for you for basically your looks. You didn't really get many days to know each other. Sure, you can argue it was love at first sight, but it's literally like just sight. So I think in terms of that, like lust and the honeymoon phase only lasts so long, and then you may end up with nothing, especially if they'll replace you with somebody younger or better looking. Lucy, do you think money makes you happy? A lot of people say that. Me personally, I don't think it does. Mukbang eating show. Of course not. I think, but I disagree that people say money can't help you in life, because it definitely solves a lot of problems. You definitely, there's a saying that you'd rather be unhappy but riding a jet ski I don't know who said it. Maybe I said it. But you'd rather be unhappy and like have a bunch of problems while riding a jet ski than having a bunch of problems and then, I don't know, mopping the floor at McDonald's and cleaning the toilets. So, yes, I think money solves problems for sure. You definitely would rather be rich than poor in life. I think that's a given. Anybody would take the wealthier route than being homeless. However, happiness, I think, is an emotion that only you yourself can truly feel. You can fake it all you want on social media and pretend to be super happy when not. Tons of people do it every day. That's why most of what you see on Instagram isn't even real. Or even what you see on YouTube, because it's just like minutes of my time, or in this case, hours of my time. Um, and I feel like happiness is something that you can try to lie to the world that you have, and by giving yourself these things that other people look up to, like, okay, this person lives in a $500 million home, the one that's in California that can't be sold apparently. You can try and build yourself up all you want in a way where people you think may look up to you, but the people who are wise enough will know if that's real or not, or if you're truly happy. And then you yourself will know if you're truly happy, because I definitely don't think that the people who think nice cars, you know, having a Bentley or something and a giant mansion, even though yes, tons of people are going to think you're super happy and look up to you, if that's the reason you got it, it's because you think you'll be happier once everybody's looking up towards you. That definitely isn't actually going to make you happy. It just means you really care for what other people think. um and yeah, you're just trying to satisfy that, to kind of make believe, trick yourself into thinking you have the happiness that you desire. But really, you've just kind of gotten this facade. If you have a white collar job, Ken Bussey says, or a personal business, it is different than a regular blue collar one. So you got to know what to deal with when it comes with dating. Yes. Listen to Japanese idol music. You'll be happy. LOL. Why is it really like hyped up, Dan? Do I want to listen to that whenever I'm having a down day? I don't know. For me, like when I'm having like a red day in the market, or like I'm just due to own personal reasons, I'm like not too happy. I actually am. You would think I would listen to like hype music, but no, I don't. I only listen to hype music or like K-pop, like really happy music. I think when I'm just like low on energy level and I want to get like pumped, right? Like I'll literally listen to like Pump It Up. Um, by Denzel. But when I'm down, I kind of like to let myself be unhappy for a while, because I think it's okay. It's okay to be unhappy. And not everybody is freaking happy all the time. That is not realistic. And I think if you're unhappy or you catch yourself kind of feeling less awesome today than yesterday, just let it be. And then know that you're gonna get your groove back or whatever. If hold on, very true. Happiness is an experience. It's fleeting. CJ says it comes and goes just like sad times. Being peaceful or content more important. Exactly. I think it's fine because a lot of people don't think that deeply about happiness. Instead of thinking of it as just like an emotion and something that occurs and then, you know, you move on to the next thing. It's something what everybody aims for. It's like you want to be happy 100% of the time, which I've given up on. I don't think it's possible for me to ever be 100% happy. I've never been. Even when Doge was at 75 cents, I wasn't happy throughout the 24 hours of the day. They'll make you sign a prenup too, CJ says. Oh, hold on. Eric the Go Guy says, so yeah, it's probably going to be a month for YouTube to approve your super chats on your second channel. Yes, definitely. I'm glad that I have super chats on the first one, but for me, no. It's not. It's gonna take way more than a month because for this channel, and if you guys want to see my channel grow, and for me to actually have the ability to do super chats and memberships and whatnot, in order for me to actually monetize the channel, meaning getting ads for it and actually getting paid by Google, I need 4,000 watch hours. So please, 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 those of you that have the heart to truly support me, whenever you're running your computer, just have a tab out for me if you don't mind, and be on this channel. Just play the live stream, mute it if you want, or have it on background noise. But if you just play this live stream playlist that I have, I think I have enough material to run like 24 hours in the day, or at least 12 hours in the day. So whenever you happen to be running your computer, you can actually help me earn hours, because even if you watch the same video over and over, that still counts towards my hours, which YouTube will count towards my 4,000 hours. So much thanks. I feel like the past 6 months just been red days. I'm used to it at this point. Mukbang eating show. Yes. I can't disagree with that. I feel like the last half a year has been pretty brutal. It's just like 1 month, you're like, okay, this is okay. The first in the beginning, it's like you have false hope, right? You're like, okay, it's bad, but it'll probably get better, you know? Like I was telling you guys, I was thinking like maximum 2 months, 2 months, 2.5 months is totally normal to wait on. And then 2 months, 3 months, 4 months went by, and you're just kind of looking at the calendar like, whoa, it's going to be a year now. So it does suck, but I do know that I'm speaking from a very fresh point of view in Doge and a fresh point of view as an investor. Like I'm so new that I don't think I really have the right to be this impatient. So whenever you're feeling impatient, just compare yourself to somebody, I don't know, that's been in it for like 10 years. Melancholy songs for sad or stagnant days. No, like I'll listen to my sad stuff like I did today. Even though today wasn't even that bad, but I told you I listened to like Creep by Radiohead and I listened to The Reason by Hoobastank, which is like just super depressing. But I like the music video. It's like a heist, right? Like they steal a jewel and all that. So go check it out if you haven't already. George Clooney, Leonardo DiCaprio, Matthew McConaughey get together to make a movie. Clooney says, "I'll direct." DiCaprio says, "I'll act." McConaughey says, "All right, all right, all right." Oh my gosh, I caught that. Which reminds me, Matthew McConaughey. I don't know if I told you guys. My brother is reading a book by Matthew McConaughey. I think it's kind of like a biography slash, I don't know, just like a really good book. I'm pretty sure he did pretty well in sales. He's a pretty smart businessman. I don't know if Leonardo DiCaprio has a book or George Clooney has a book. But Matthew McConaughey's book sold pretty well. I don't mind reading it eventually. Being attached to happiness will bring you misery, CJ. Yeah, like it's like what do you want to be? Just happy. Hold on. Stream on Twitch as well. Diversify your income, CJ says. Thank you. Yes, I will. I know we've been talking about it for a while, but I will eventually add some Twitch. Just like my laptop is not that big on power, RAM, space, and all that. So I think it's going to get clogged up if I do too much. But I will change my laptop. So coming your way. 2022 at the latest. Lucy, can you sew my homework? Can you do my homework? What are private equity investments? I can't explain it well. Financial sequence. I think Google would be your best friend. I'm not good at the terms. That's why I've never gone to finance school. I don't think I didn't even know for the longest time what like market capital, like, you know, I literally traded stocks on Robinhood for half a year without reading the market cap of any stocks. Like I was buying Tesla and Neo at the time, I think. Oh no, Luckin Coffee. I didn't even know what a market cap was back then. So don't ask me for for definitions. Tomorrow there is going to be a plane with a banner reading Citadel Scandal. Really? From 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. EST around the Hudson in New York. Wow. I'm sure they'll be happy about that one. But I've read about that. Like the Citadel representatives are really pissed off and they're pretty much just saying like, how many times we need to tell you, like, we have no connections with Platinum, all this stuff. Yeah. I think going at it with like such an angry tone doesn't really help with the situation, and you're just like less convincing in my opinion. Like if I wanted to defend myself against something I thought was ridiculous, just be monotone, just be chill. I think the more angry you get, the more people are less likely to like believe you, if anything. Always use market cap as basis for how much I will allocate to particular stocks, CJ says. Well, now I know. Now I'm like comparing the different market caps with different companies. Doesn't work out every time, but at least now I can be like, I think this is undervalued. As to before, I was just buying up like on the stock price, not comparing any of that. But that's just like the tip of the iceberg. There's tons of things that you can look at. Obviously, no indicators are 100%. 4,000 hours slash 20 people times 1 hour equals, wait, 20 people times 1 hour equals 200 a day. Yeah, sometime. Yeah, it's gonna take me, I think, Eric the Go Guy, just like making these videos and doing live streams and gaining hours. I'm gonna need like to do it for at least 3 to 4 months before YouTube says I'm qualified. But that's fine. I wanted to do a second channel, so usually whatever I really want to do, I will work hard towards. I won't give up. Oh, always use my accounts as a basis. Yes. I know a lot of people on Twitch that have like a whole PC set and day trade on Twitch live. Really? I guess I've never seen anybody, maybe because I don't go on Twitch, or maybe they didn't repost it on YouTube, but I've never really seen people use Twitch to like talk about stocks. I heard it was like mostly games, like Twitch for games. So if I were to do it, I'd probably like play games on it too. Ooh, Bitcoin testing 4-4. Ooh, I'm so excited to watch what will happen in October between Bitcoin bulls versus bears. I'm just excited for the bears to be destroyed, even for a little bit, because I don't like bears. Love your spirit. I'm learning from you. Aw, you guys are too sweet. All right. This has been lovely. I'm going to move on to my a new Netflix show that I promised one of my best friends I'd watch, and she says I should sign up for it. I may or may not do it. It's some reality TV show called The Circle, and it's on Netflix, but somehow when I click into it, they don't show me season 1, 2. You go straight to season 3. I'm on episode 2 of season 3. It's really hilarious. I think it's, if you're in for some random reality TV show stuff, it's not bad. It's kind of like catfishing. Yes. So what it's about, in case no one's ever watched it, you get 8 people like from real life to go into it, and then they're living in an actual apartment building with a giant circle over it, and they each have a room. I guess this reality TV show pays them for it. Like, you get to stay there. I don't know if they pay for your food. That would be awesome. But you stay in the rooms, and then you each get like your TV monitor or whatever. And on the TV monitor, it's like, I think it has like the software capable of having you like just type out. You don't even have to type. They just kind of read out whatever messages they want to send each other. So these people don't get to meet each other, and you just have like a profile picture. So like, for example, I could pretend I look like Elon Musk and then pretend to be a guy and talk to them. So like, your 8 contestants, you talk to each other, you have your profile picture. You can be yourself, or you can pretend to be someone else. And I think, and then you play games and stuff. You vote like who you like or who you distrust. The person that's the least popular, like people like the least, gets kicked out. And then the winner that lasts in the end will win like $100,000. So that's pretty much what this show is. I don't even know like how they win in the end or what else could happen, but I'm just on episode 2 and it's hilarious. If you want a good laugh, you could go check out The Circle. My friend's basically asking me to apply for it. I may or may not do that. If I get in, then you guys will know I will go on some reality TV show. I did not apply yet. I'm just going to watch it to the end and see what the heck happens. But yeah, I thought it was hilarious though, because I think I might actually be good at it. I don't know what I would be if I were to enter the show. Like, would I be catfishing people, pretending to be someone else, or just be yourself and then try to win the game? But I like this. This is like, it's kind of like a social deduction reality TV show game thing. Enjoy this. Yes. Take care, guys. Thank you all. Oh, Circle is a good show. Also, you watched it, Dog Boy. I've never heard of it until my friend always tells me like the most random things. The most stress-free way is to have a system that just stick to it. Aw. All right, bye guys. Yes. Oh, we'll see you on the next stream. It's payday tomorrow. I want to continue building my position. And good luck, guys. We still have one more day, Friday. Hopefully it's good, but I'll see you guys about that on my second channel. Mwah.